Hey, Kool Kids. I'm Hans.
And I'm Nick.
And we're just two keto kids here to introduce ourselves.
And if you can hang with us, we're going to bring you guys some cool keto content. Okay guys, I want to bring you a little background on my weight loss journey. I guess I've been heavy my entire life, basically, even as a baby. I at one point got up to 320 pounds. I didn't know I was that big. I'd been wearing the same clothing size for forever, and I honestly just didn't have a clue that I was even over 300 pounds. I am on the taller side. At that point, I was over 5'10". Since losing quite a bit of weight, I've shrunk down to about 5'9", 5'8". Lost a size and a half in my shoe as well. So, just to go back, I guess it was 2018. I brought it up to Hans that maybe we should try this keto diet. At that time, there weren't all these keto channels to refer to. There was a few. I do remember distinctly Keto Connect was one of the big ones that we referred to at that time. Goody, yeah, Logan, we love you. But anyway, so we started the Keto Journey, and we actually had really good success when we first started. I would say we both dropped a pretty significant amount of weight in that first keto attempt. It was our first time to try bulletproof coffee. How awkward is it to put, butter in your coffee? How awkward is it to tell people, I put butter in my coffee? Nobody understands, right? So yeah, we did great on keto our first round, and then we kind of went back and forth a little bit on sticking with it. So I guess it was 2019. Our wedding was coming up in October. And for about 5 or 6 months before the wedding, we decided to really get strict with our keto. We started tracking carbs, and we were working out daily. We were taking measurements. We were even taking like progress photos every week. And during that time, I believe I got down to the lowest weight that I've been, which was around 180, maybe the high 170s. I actually got down to a size 10. So I was feeling great. I was looking good, and and I thought I looked nice on my wedding day. That's what everybody wants, right? So 2019 was great. Stayed keto up until the wedding. Obviously, I think the night of the wedding, I might have had the best meal of my entire life.
The cheesecake was delicious.
Yes, yeah. Everything was great. And then, after that, we kind of relaxed on the diet and just ate whatever for a little while with the intention of getting back into it. And then we all know what happened in 2020. So I put on a few pounds. Actually, I shouldn't say a few pounds. I put back on about 30 pounds. So here I am. We restarted our keto journey about a month and a half ago. And since restarting, I've lost about 12 pounds in about a 6-week period. So, I mean, how motivating is that, right? And we continue to plan to stay keto. And that's going to lead us up into our B&E journey come January.
All right, so a little bit into my background. I was never big growing up. I was real scrawny, actually. I joined the Army, and my going weight was probably 190. It wasn't until after the Army I jumped from that weight all the way to there's a 2 in front of that, 265, which is kind of crazy. And I'm sure there's some underlining things there or whatnot, but with that, I finally got to a point where I was real unhappy with myself, and I tried doing a bunch of different diets like we all probably have. Chicken, brown rice, super calorie deficit, but you never feel full. You're always starving, and it almost hurts your feelings when you're when you're trying to diet like that. Like, just exercise the best that you can at that point, So my problem always was like, I would try to exercise like I was still in the Army, 190 pounds still in the Army, and I would hurt myself, and then I'd gain weight back that I lost, and it was just kind of back and forth. It wasn't until 2018 when Nick introduced us to keto, and I was on board. Let's give it a shot, but I still saw it like a traditional diet more than anything. And with that traditional diet, like, oh hey, it's a means to an end, and I'll just go back to doing whatever I'm doing at the end of this. Whatever the results that I got, and I dropped down. I think for the wedding I got down to 217. I think that's where I was at, was 217. Somewhere in that range, we'll call it 220 just for good measure. But I felt good, and then again, yeah, like she said, wedding hit. We had an amazing meal for the that night, and we would cheat here and there, and days turned into cheating for weeks, and 2020 happened where we were all just kind of cooped up, and really, I guess maybe even to cope, we just bored ate, and we just jumped completely off until again about the 6 weeks ago,
Yeah.
somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
We honestly kicked it off with an egg fast, right?
Yeah, we started with the egg fast.
Right. So
3 days.
Yeah, 3-day egg fast, and that was, I don't know, like I was like, I could do this. I can do 4 days. Forget 3 days. At the end of 3 days, I was ready to not do that. And really, we found that years ago, and I can't remember from where, but it was really just to kind of kick us off, like, hey, this is the start of it. Then we can go back into things. Since we started that 6 weeks ago, I'm down, I think, 17 pounds now. And obviously, our first initial weight is going to be trash that gets shed, and after that, it starts funneling down, and you'll lose a little bit slower. But that's pretty much my background and where we're going.
All right.
How was that?
Yeah.
No? Yes?
I
Maybe?
think that was okay.
All right.
It was just as okay as mine was.
Sweet. So we're awkward and weird.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool kids, I want to let you know what we plan to do for the month of December. So we're going to stay on track with keto all through December. No cheat days. We've actually been staying really simple with our meals. I would say we've easily stayed under 20 total carbs for most days. We did go over a little bit on Thanksgiving, but we actually stayed keto even though we went over.
It was 67 total carbs for
Right.
Thanksgiving.
It was a bit over in total carbs, but and we paid a little bit of a price for that. We had a little bit of an unpleasant feeling the next day, but
I felt poopy.
I think that if we stay keto for the month of December, that's really going to set us up for our future plans. I'm going to let Hans tell you what we're going to do for January.
So I'm really excited about January. January is something that we've seen quite a few people do on their channels, and I thought it was a really neat idea, which is going to be the beer and eggs, right? Or no, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Right.
B, 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 and E.
Correct.
Right. So, who can't live off of that? Now, I think it's going to be kind of a challenge for that because, we love cheese, and cheese isn't on that part.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I might not be like a cheese grazer. Maybe I am. Yeah, I eat cheese pretty regularly, don't I? That'll be the most difficult part of it. But I think with that we can start really getting clever with how I smoke meat and how we cook it in general, like sous vide and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really neat in order to find creative ways for us to be happy in January for that. I don't think I really want to go like super stretched out on it, like with the egg bread or whatnot. Maybe if we get a wild hair, but I don't think that's where we'll go. I think we're going to keep it pretty basic. Nicole said she's going to eat ground beef every day, just a bowl of ground beef and eggs. But yeah, so that's going to be our January plan. So like December, like she talked about, and then January for our that I talked about. I think it's going to be a challenge, but I think it's going to be fun to see what happens and what the results are.
Oh, one other thing I'll add to that is we took pictures December 1st. I'm sorry, Internet, you're going to see us a little bit more undressed than what you see us right now. But we did take pictures starting the 1st, and as well as our measurements. And we're going to compare what a month of keto looks like versus a month of BBB&E.
Right.
We'll see if there's a body composition change. I don't know about the weight change. I'm not even really that worried about the weight change, but I would like to see possibly some body composition change. We both work jobs where we're on our feet all day long. So we're fairly active people. We might not be in the gym pumping iron, lifting weights every single day, but we are definitely getting our well over our daily steps in. So, that's going to be something also to take a look at. A month of keto versus a month of BBB&E. Oh, and I would also let you guys know we are currently drinking egg coffee. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but we are blending an egg and butter into our coffee. And if you haven't tried salt in your coffee, I'm talking like good salt, Himalayan pink salt, I would definitely give that a try if I were you.
Me personally, I like sweet coffee, right? So like I like creamy sweet coffee, and we were using the the Skinny Girl syrup for it, right?
Jordan Skinny Syrup.
I thought it said Skinny Girl on it. Well, I want to be a skinny girl. Leave me alone. No, so I was using that, and honestly, I was doing like 3 pumps when we were first doing it, and just because that's how sweet I wanted it. Even if I tasted that little different taste, and it wasn't like a sugar taste. But with that, we dropped down to none today, right? You didn't put any.
I only had an egg, a tablespoon of butter, and a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. Oh, and coffee.
Yeah, there's coffee in there. It's not just egg and butter and salt.
So, like I said, if you guys could stick with us, we plan to bring you guys some keto content. What I plan to bring to the channel are some frugal keto finds. I am a bargain shopper and a frugal person all around, so I want to show you guys that staying keto and carnivore doesn't have to be a bank breaker. You can do it on a budget. Another thing I want to bring to you guys would be like what I eat in a day videos. That's also going to kind of lead into like what keeps me keto. One of the things that has helped me stay keto is meal prepping. So I definitely will share with you guys some of the meal prepping that I do. I tend to work kind of a chaotic schedule, and meal prep just keeps me on track. Finally, I would say that I would do some product reviews here and there. I haven't honestly tried that many keto products lately. One of the newer products that I tried was Keto Chow, and that was based on recommendations that I received from.
Banana was delicious.
that was recommendations from you guys, from the keto community. So definitely keep any recommendations coming, and if we get a chance, we will review some products for you.
All right, so what I like to bring to the channel is really for selfish reasons, and that's to hold myself accountable. And I think it's just another step or another grip that makes sure that I'm being accountable myself by vlogging with the world. Hey, this is what I'm doing, and if I kind of mess up, I'm pretty sure the world of YouTube would just eat me alive. Other than that, I would really like to bring some what I eat in a day, some meat finds, like good meat that I can probably smoke or barbecue or use in a sous vide or something like that. I think it's going to be a good time. Will just be a journey, really, I guess, is my journey in keto, and hold myself accountable, and maybe people can learn from what I've done or what I haven't done or what I've done wrong, so I can do better and help other people be better.
Okay, so we plan to learn as much as we can from the wonderful keto community that we already watch here on YouTube. And in the meantime, we're going to just continue to share what we're experiencing. Hopefully that's beneficial to some of you guys. And we're going to make it through December and on to January. We'll share content here and there. And follow us on social media. I'm going to put up some posts. And if you don't want keto content and you don't want to see us, we do have 2 French Bulldogs. So, you can always check out our channel just for the dogs.
You can't get wrong with the dogs.
Can't go wrong with dogs.
So stick around, like and subscribe, and become one of the Keto Cool Kids with us.